You gotta watch all of the weigh-ins too. Both of them in one video. If you locked in with me, you get to get both of them in one video.
This fight is gonna catch fire.
The face-off between Nigel and Senior.
You're getting paid an absolute fortune to fight a welterweight. I don't know what you're moaning about.
Why
go fight
do you always talk about weights?
Go fight Adamas.
Had a little bit of back and forth this week, but what does it mean to you, to Conor, to be in this position once again?
Wow, he's finally learned. He's finally learned, guys, that he cannot speak during the press conference. What a beautiful thing it is that I don't have to interrupt this guy. This is great music, by the way. I don't know. Okay. No, this is great. Thank you, Eddie, for finally understanding your position here. I guess I'm just going to jump straight in with what everybody really wants to know, and that is, I'll wait for the music to stop. Oh wait, he's actually doing the clipboard. Wow, that's impressive.
Love Actually style from Eddie Hearn tonight.
Well, as long as he's not speaking, that's fine. This is embarrassing, man. I can't believe this guy's really doing it. This is supposed to be the best promoter in the world, and the guy's got clipboards up on the stage, smiling like an idiot because he's too scared to talk at a press conference. That is, wow.
Well then, firstly to you, Bomac back in camp for a big fight with Chris Eubank Jr. You've said it's a relationship that works well, and you've said you believe you can win easier this time. Why is it that you believe that?
I just believe in Chris's skill and his will that he has. You know, Chris always the one that he wants to win. He got that killer instinct. And once you got to get a fighter like that, it's easy to work with.
You know, I had no idea that I will be sitting in front of you guys today with this man by my side. I found out a couple of hours ago, so I'm just as shocked as you guys are. I still don't know what he might say, what he might do. I'm sure it's going to be interesting regardless. But all jokes aside, there is something I need to address first and foremost. Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn, Nigel Benn, over the last few months have been making accusations and claims that my father was paid to come to the fight in April. Just barefaced lies. And anyone with a brain knows that that's not true. But I still have to address it because it's extremely disrespectful to my father and myself. And I also think it's pretty disrespectful to the Saudis for them to imply that they would pay my father to do that. So yeah, I'm just getting it out into the open, saying for once and for all that that never happened, and for these men to stop lying to the public.
There are those who want to bark or scold him. So I guess I'm here to actually protect him.
How do I feel? Water running down my back. Nothing. Absolutely, it's not even about me, it's about my son and Chris Jr. So I'm not even really paying attention to what he says. It's all gobbledygook to me. It's just going over my head. I'm not even really just taking it all on board. Not at all. If we're here to talk about a fight, that's what I'm here to talk about, my son fighting. Nothing else. Not about, you know, what he's done or what he ain't done. Doesn't bother me.
Do not spread lies about me, my friend.
Yeah, well, you know, if you...
I think you two should just face off, personally.
Yeah, I don't mind having a face off with him all day long, mate. I'll have it all day long with him. But anyway, yeah, but you know...
Listening to you speak on the DAZN stream yesterday, you were watching some highlights back from the first fight. And you said you believe you took Chris Eubank Jr.'s soul that night. What makes you feel that way?
I do. The fact he was in hospital for 3 days. I was back in the gym. He threw double the amount of punches. I was back in the gym on the Sunday. You know, for me, the most damage that was done in the fight, I believe I inflicted a lot more pain. His work rate was incredible. His resilience, his strength, his spirit, his athleticism, his experience, he used really well. It took me by surprise. And he's a better fighter than I thought he was, first off. But I'm ready to take what's left come Saturday. You're getting paid an absolute fortune to fight a welterweight. I don't know what you're moaning about.
Why
Go fight
do you
Go
always
fight
talk
Hamza
about
Shiraz.
weights?
Go fight Adamas. You want to fight a welterweight? Well, that comes with T's and C's.
Well,
you're the A side. So if it comes to them,
that's right. I am the A side.
Okay,
So that
the
means
A-side,
that if there's a
well, then
rehydration clause, I'm going to deal with it, and I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Stop begging for sympathy from people.
There's no
Nobody
sympathy.
actually really cares.
You can ask the doctors why I was in hospital. You're talking about you were in hospital for 3 days.
You were 3 pounds under.
What did you say? I was sipping food for a straw?
Rehydration limit.
Just lies.
You missed your championship weight that you've made the past 5 fights.
I did, because of sabotage, because Eddie Hearn and Matchroom had a room full of photographers and people stopping me from getting on the scales.
We are gladiators. Do you know how embarrassing it is you carry on like this?
You guys got your wish. You got your 500k, you bought a Rolls Royce.
I did.
Congratulations to you.
I really am hoping you misplay again. Every time you bring that up, it does.
You're only getting one Rolls Royce this year, mate. Don't worry about that.
I might do. You never know. might sabotage you again, Chris.
I have spoken. Remember, don't talk, don't talk.
Round 13, Saturday night. Not as fiery as the first one, but it doesn't matter. We know that this fight is going to catch fire.
The face-off between Nigel and Senior. I feel like a kid again, I really do. Chris Eubank made sure that he made a beeline for Nigel as well there.
It's theatre. It's theatre.
Two young fighters go at it. Two Hall of Fame legends standing there with their sons. Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank Sr.
What's up, TellEm gang? It's your boy 2 times, and I'm back with another boxing session. Check it out. Chris Eubank, Conor Benn, 2 full press conference highlights and weigh-ins.
On the zone, these boys are going to handle unfinished business.
£159.1 for Chris Eubank Jr.
Eubank Jr. looks in incredible shape.
At 1 defeat, weighing in officially at 159.3. 159.3 rounds for Conor Benn.
Threaded, doesn't he? Ripped to the bone.
So much better than the last time. It'll be interesting to see if anything happens here.
Between Conor, the Destroyer Benn, Chris Eubank Jr.
Just intense, isn't it?
So intense. But there's a respect there now, isn't there?
These boys are going to handle unfinished business. No more pushing, no more shoving, no words spoken in that face-off. I think they've done enough of that in the last couple of years. It's just now about time to get down to business. One more little face-off here. I kind of feel like they're going to... No one wants to break away, do they? Conor looking incredible as well.
Ben looks in great shape. He looks a bit bigger this time than he did the last time, I think.
Yeah, I think last time 156, 157.
Yeah.
Obviously this time
just growing into the weight a little bit.
Stop playing with me, y'all. I'm going hard with this shit. So I hope y'all made it this far in the video, because you don't even gotta watch an hour, work the damn highlights, and then you ain't gotta watch an hour versus the whole press conference, finding out all the bullshit. You ain't gotta watch all of the weigh-ins too. Both of them in one video. If you locked in with me, you get to get both of them in one video. I got it all down to about 10, 12 minutes of the shit you need to know for the fight. If you betting, if you like to match niggas' energy like I do, this is where you need to come. All right, now. My boy, Chris Eubank Sr., Nigel being face off. That was kind of legendary. I ain't gonna even lie. You know, I messed with Senior when his whole little aura. Senior got that aura. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Eubank made weight under 160. My dog made weight. He said, I'm not buying your ass no more Rolls Royces, Ferraris. Not on me, nigga. He made weight. Bet. The shit with Eddie Hearn, though. The shit with Eddie Hearn, bro. That shit was legendary. Eddie Hearn gotta be a legend, bro. You can't tell me Eddie Hearn ain't one of the best promoters in the damn game. Eddie Hearn with the come on, how many press conferences have it been with Chris Eubank and Eddie Hearn, and he been not letting the nigga talk? Every time he talk, he just be shutting him up. It's crazy, just shutting him up. He'd talk for like 2 minutes, and he'd just talk over him the whole time. Chris Eubank ain't know what to do. He had cards queued up. And then Eddie would have messed up though. If Eddie had said something, anytime, it wouldn't have had the same effect. If he had to try to get a word off still, it wouldn't have had the same effect. But he had the music playing, the silent night. He had the music playing. Then he had the cars coming up right on cue. It was legendary, bro. That was legendary. You can't not call it legendary. Look, Chris Eubank can't even know what to say. He's like, all right, I'll wait till he ain't want to talk no more because he was looking dead as stupid. Keep talking. But it was perfect. I feel like Chris Eubank didn't look too stupid talking over Eddie while he was doing this shit. And then Eddie ass just did it right on point to get his point across. The last press conference, it ain't gonna be no third fight unless it's a fucking draw. Unless it's a draw, or it could be a third fight if Conor Benn win. I'm gonna bet Conor Benn to win. Honestly, the first fight, I'm gonna rewatch it again tonight. But honestly, in the first fight, but I gotta be honest with you, I had a damn near draw. Or Conor, to be honest with you. I really didn't have it, Chris Eubank, from what I remember, but I'm gonna watch it again tonight because if you look, I see Chris Eubank and landed a lot of good shots, but man, Ben did his thing, and he coming up, so I feel like he should get a little bit more credit for the come up and how he was still handling it. Like this is his weight. He only fought at one weight. He fought at 168 maybe one time, right? Eubank Senior, but no, the rehydration clause and all that. I feel like he's trying to get a lot of sympathy from that. And another thing to point out about this press conference, McIntyre, Bomac, I don't know how to take their energy, bro. Because at first when I was looking at it, I had watched the press conference yesterday, but we was having a little get together, so I wasn't able to tune in all the way. But every time I looked up at Conor, his face just looked weird. Like he just looked like he wasn't, he wasn't comfortable. But as I watched it again and I kept watching more, I seen them fucking with Eubank and shit. So he's still the same Conor. He just annoyed. He ready to fight. Eubank though, I feel like he more razzled. I don't know what Bomac been doing, but Bomac expect a lot from his fighter. So Bomac he not gonna go in there and say nothing crazy bad about him. But Bomac is like, I don't know, maybe he giving that energy like you can be doing more, you can be doing better. Maybe Bomac tried to implement some shit that he feel like he didn't get. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like honestly, this fight will come out to who wanted the most. I feel like Conor Benn, that was his first fight at 160. He had to cut weight. He been in the gym ever since that fucking fight. So, with that being said, I got Conor Benn. I got Conor Benn for the simple fact I know Conor Benn been in the gym 2 days after the fight. He said it in the conference. You know, they trying to in the conference, nigga, you got sent to the hospital. I was in the gym 2 days later. They both was in the hospital. You know, you hit a part where he was saying, "Oh, Conor Benn, Eubank Senior was in the hospital room with me, holding my hand. It was weird. Maybe that's the thing. They didn't. Maybe what's the name? Eubank didn't like that shit. Like, bro, you my daddy. You supposed to be with me with my fight. Like, what's up? You know, I don't know. I don't know the energy. I don't know the energy. But all I know is Nigel Benn was on that. He like, man, I'm not here to talk about that. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about my son fight. He on the timing. But like I said, if you tapped in with 2 times, tell them you don't need to go and watch no 2-hour goddamn press conference to find this shit out. This is the main points. The main points is Eubank in the face off with the fathers. Eubank seeing Nigel Benn, legendary face off. You know, I wasn't even alive. If I was alive, I was a baby when them fights happened. So, and I watched the Eubank Benn 2 fight recently when Nigel won. I won that. I watched that fight before the last fight, but I don't really like watching those old ass fights because I don't get no good view of it, and it's weird. I like the new fights, but it is what it is. That's the highlight of the damn press conference. Eddie Hearn with his cue cards ready to go. He even had a cue cards in the middle of it when Eubank started saying that, oh, he's not letting my head of security come in, and they banned him from the venue and everything. Eddie had a cue card like cap, lies, plum. I don't even know what plum mean. That must be some shit to them, but it is what it is. But no, Conor did. He looked ready. He looked like he ready to go, and I think Conor just ready to go in. And Nigel being something, he gonna do it inside the distance. So he planning on knocking Eubank out, and Eubank ain't saying you're not gonna knock me out or nothing. I don't know. To me, I feel like Conor. I just honestly feel like Eubank might want it more than Conor when it comes down to those championship rounds. But I think that last fight pulled something out of Conor that he didn't know he had. So this fight, he gonna try to pull more out of himself, and Eubank too. This fight means a lot to Eubank because he really give a fuck about his father's opinion and that shit. And that shit is the motherfucker. Now I want to talk about the coming on weight. Eubank came on weight. 151. He actually came in smaller than Conor. Conor is talking about going back to 147 and fighting Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney's for the 147 title and all that shit. But man, he done bulked up too much, bro. Muscle weighs more than fat, so it's kind of hard. He was kind of slim at 140, at 147. So it's like I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe 154. Maybe you have to go down to 154 and go thumb with those guys. Are those guys too big, too much for you, Conor? I don't know. I don't really like. I feel like you should go to 154. 147. It is. If you can make 147, you can make 147. I don't think so, but it is what it is. If you can, you can. I just don't want you to, train yourself too much. You might have to do a lot of fucking slimming down. A lot of slimming down before you can go into a train. Because I'm a fan of fighters fighting closer to their weight. It's hard, but I'm gonna tell you like this: a lot of you motherfuckers don't get that shit. This is boxing. Like weight cut and that shit is part of the boxing. This is why I put the part in with the This is why I put the whole part in with Chris Eubank and how he cut his weight before he came into the weigh-ins. Come in 151. 151. He come in 151 and he come in 151 on the dot and 159.1 Eubank weigh in for the second fight. 159.3 Conor weigh in for the second fight. And it's a rehydration clause. It is what it is. And yeah, that's why I put it in there because that's a big part of boxing. Like, and I'm tired of people not understanding that. I don't agree with the whole what is we talking about with Eubank talking about it's a rehydration clause and all that. Nigga, you did good with the rehydration clause. I was actually backing you. Like, no, man, this man, but it's like he is kind of complaining about it, and it is what it is. But you did great in a championship round. And championship rounds with a rehydration clause is when you will fade. This proves if you a real fighter and you really better than that fighter, that rehydration clause don't mean shit. Tank and Ryan had with the fight, they both had a rehydration clause. It wasn't just fucking Ryan. You see what I'm saying? So I hate when they try to make the stigma. It is what it is. You just can't come in over the weight, bro. It is what it is. It's part of boxing. That's the weight aspect of the shit is always a part of boxing. So you gotta understand that weight in the right weight classes. That's boxing. That's why we ain't got no Gervonta Davis fighting no goddamn Deontay Wilder. You see what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. It's just totally unfair. Conor Benn is smaller than Eubank. I don't want to say drastically smaller than Eubank to where it matters, but he's smaller than him. Good weigh-ins. We got to fight for sure tomorrow. So, hey, try to make it short and sweet. Let me know what y'all think. How y'all bet? I'm going to bet Eubank knockdown. I'm going to bet a draw. I'm definitely betting a draw. I bet a draw last time. I'm betting a draw this time. I'm betting a draw, and I'm betting Eubank not. I'm betting Eubank decision. I'm putting bets actually across the world, across the table on knockouts. I'm putting money on Eubank to knock him out because that's just how I bet. I like to cover my bet. So let's keep it transparent. I cover my bet. So if I ever betting, if I'm got $200-300 I'm betting out, trust me, that $200-300 is covered any way possible. I'm betting draws. I'm betting knockouts. So when I'm probably gonna bet like $10-15 on the Eubank knockout. I'm gonna bet like $50 on the fucking Conor Benn knockout, or I'm just gonna maybe just a Conor Benn money line. I don't really like betting money line. I like to try to pick the exact method of victory because that's where you get your money at. So I don't think it would be a unanimous decision. So maybe a split decision, a majority decision. It's hard to pick those. So I might do money line, Conor, knockout, Conor, Eubank decision. Or I'm for sure gonna bet it to go 12. I basically place a lot of bet, but if you want to know my official fight prediction, I'm gonna bet Conor to win the fight just because I feel like history repeats itself. So I feel like he's gonna win the second fight just to set up for a possible third fight. It don't gotta be the main event. It could be a third fight in 2-3 years from now. Who knows? I'm pretty sure this is their biggest payday yet. So I ain't do the checking of the no money bag checking, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's official fight. Legendary motherfucking press conference with Eubank with Eubank and Senior facing off, and with Eddie with the cards. It wasn't as hostile with the eggs and all that shit like it was before, and as much tense because I feel like they got a lot of respect for each other. But yeah, it is what it is, and I'm fucking with it. Eubank seems more focused and locked in than he was last time. You know, he seemed more focused and locked in. He seemed like he not talking as much. I don't know if it's more confidence or it's less confidence, or if he felt like he didn't do enough in training, if his training was just about weight. What was it? I'm not sure. But we will find out. I know he was drained like a motherfucker last time, but he came in and he did good. And that's why I keep on saying, y'all keep on put his weight on his weight rehydration clause, and it's not always that. It's not always that. You got to keep it real with yourself no matter what. Nigga, if you a real fighter, you can make it happen. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Who y'all got in this fight? Who y'all betting on? How you coming? Please drop something in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feeling. I'm fucking with the feedback. You know, I reply to every comment. This is what I do. I love to talk boxing. So if you want to talk some boxing with me, come on. You already know it's a boxing session. I usually got, where's my damn cigar? Here go my cigar. Where's my cigar? So let me know how y'all feeling. But for real, let me know how y'all feeling in the comment section. Your boy 2Times TellEm. Y'all can join the super chat. Whatever y'all want to do. Y'all can regular chat. I don't care. It ain't about the money to me. I just like talking boxing, and we're going to do this shit every day. We're going to try to go all the way up, gang. Shit, one day if I'm making some money off of this, damn, that'd be amazing. Let a nigga make some money so I can pay some bills. And I drop 50 videos a day. If I can do what I want to, if I can do what I love to do and how I want to do it, how we want to do it, I just want to talk boxing. Y'all like talking because that's what we do. And the people who always got a preference, you don't know boxing because you got to fight wrong, calm down. A lot of people don't know certain fighters. A lot of people get fights wrong. You cannot predict every fight right. It don't mean you know boxing more than another person. I can't say I know boxing more than you, more than them, because you got to fight right. Because you picked Terrence Crawford over Canelo, because you picked Devin Haney over Ryan Garcia, doesn't mean nothing. I picked Ryan Garcia over Devin Haney. Everybody said I was a casual den. I also picked Canelo over fucking Terrence Crawford. Everybody said I was a casual den. I also told y'all that Tank wasn't going to knock out Lamont Roach, remember? You can go back in February, and he ain't going to knock him out, and it's going to be a harder fight, and it's going to be the best fight that Tank can take to get him ready for those top guys. I said all this, and all y'all said, go look at the comment. You blazing Tank cherry pick, he's scary picking. No. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy 2Times TellEm, and I'm going to see y'all tomorrow.